All right, so in this video, I'll be breaking down the psychology behind quiz funnels and why they consistently outperform traditional freebies, especially for health awareness coaches. So the thing is, in 2026, nobody's going to be excited to download another checklist or PDF just like that. But if you give them a quiz that tells them something about themselves, so that they can't help but actually take the quiz. So I'll be breaking the video into three parts. First part, we'll be talking about the freebie fatigue problem, the psychology that makes quizzes irresistible, and how it turns that curiosity into conversion. So this was a quiz funnel I designed for a coach recently, a stress coach, uh, designed a lead generation quiz. Yeah. So so let's go to the first item. So what is the freebie fatigue problem? So you see, a lot of people are actually tired of having freebies that just the typical generic freebies, how to lose fat in 10 days, 3 ways to lose fat, something that's so generic it doesn't actually excite them. So think about it yourself. When was the last time you downloaded a PDF or a checklist a free PDF of checklist that you actually went through yourself? That's because most people don't even know how to approach the freebie approach. There's an approach that makes freebie work, but a lot of coaches don't even have time to put in the solid material to make their freebie work. So here's the thing: people don't want more information; they actually want transformation. That is actually what people want when they join a coaching program. They want something that transforms their work. So that transformation actually starts with self-awareness, and that is exactly what the quiz funnel is designed to accomplish. So you see, a quiz funnel actually flips the script. It helps your audience understand themselves first. So they leave the quiz feeling like, oh, I actually understand why this happened to me. And therefore, they are more prone to your message because you actually give them something of value, which is self awareness. So we'll be talking more about the psychology that actually makes this work. So there is psychology that makes quizzes irresistible. So I divided them into two. You have the emotional triggers and the behavioral triggers. So for the emotional triggers, you have the curiosity loop and personal relevance. So let's go to the curiosity loop. So our brain hates unfinished stories, right? So when you click a quiz and you see something like, okay, the first question is what is your stress type? Automatically we feel curious. We feel like I need to know the answer to this question. What is my stress type? That is the curiosity gap. That gap is what keeps that loop open and the quizzes can rely on, and that's why people tend to finish them. So you see, you can read a PDF and still feel like I'm just done with this PDF. I don't need to finish it. If I you just like you just skim through it. But a quiz once you start it, yeah, it inclines to be like, oh, I need to find out what the answer is. I need to find out what exactly my stress type is. What is the thing making me stressed all along? So that curiosity loop is an emotional trigger. So the next one is the personal relevance. So the moment your quiz says this was made for me, people are more likely to click it. When they find out that the answers they are going to get are going to give them personalized results, people are more likely to click. So quiz generally triggers more trust. It makes people pay more attention when they feel seen. So unlike a generic free guide, the danger with freebies is that people tend to be like, this is for everybody. They're like, oh, I know it works for this person and this person, but it's not exactly work for me. But when you create quizzes that have like micro moments of recognition, where your audience can say something like, oh, this is exactly for me, they are more likely to then pay attention. So let's go into the other two triggers. You have your behavioral triggers, which is the self validation bias. So human beings love being right about themselves. So when your quiz results confirm something they already suspect about their stress patterns or their mindset, it gives them the yes, this is exactly what I was talking about. They get that dopamine hit of validation, and that's the moment they start trusting your authority. They're like, oh, if this person could know this about me, then I might as well pay attention to their message, right? So that's the self validation bias. Then the last one is the micro commitment effect. Small yeses lead to big yeses, and so each question is a tiny yes. So once they click a question and the answer, what's your stress type? When last did you feel stress? Morning, afternoon, evening. Once they start filling those questions, by the time they answer five or six of those questions, they're already emotionally invested in the outcome and they want to finish. So that means they're far more likely to take your offer than somebody who just downloaded a free PDF and just like left it unopened. So you see, quiz funnels already engages your audience from the start, and most people do not even uh, realize just um, how huge that is. There's already an emotional investment, unlike a traditional freebie model, whereby you just get this freebie and then that's where it ends. So the last point here now is it turns the curiosity into conversion. So remember we started with the curiosity loop. Okay, so how does the quiz funnel turn that into conversion? So that's the power of a quiz funnel. Each result connects directly to a personalized part. So most times, if you've ever taken a quiz funnel, you discover that you put this quiz and you get this result peculiar to you, personalized for you, and therefore the coaching or whatever will be specific. So in this client's case, we put we identified we put labels like burnout prone, overthinker type, and some other labels if I do remember correctly. So if someone identifies as, oh, I'm prone to burnout at the end of the quiz funnel, they are going to be getting emails about, let's say, regaining energy or getting content about regaining energy. If they label themselves as I'm an overthinker type, they'll be getting more resources about mental clarity. So each result is more personalized and therefore you can actually help your audience more, which will make them more prone to like buying your offer and all that. So it goes all the way from curiosity to clarity and to conversion. So that was exactly what we did here. So I'll just go to the quiz funnel just a little bit here. So this was the landing page of the quiz funnel, right? So we took some time to explain the outcome. We really took some time to like explain before they started the quiz. We took time to explain the target audience state of mind. Okay, so the moment they started the quiz, we played on the curiosity loop, the personal relevance to them, the self-validation bias, and the micro commitments effect. And each result that they got will enable the prospects to have an offer that's more suitable for them. So, how does this tie into conversion? Like I said, during the emails or during the follow-up sequence, you'll be getting more personalized answers that can actually bridge the gap from curiosity, sorry, that can actually give them more helpful information, thereby bridging the gap from curiosity to conversion. So they are more likely to take your offer because you've actually helped them more. Even just taking the quiz, even if they don't open any of the follow-up message, just taking the quiz already make them more likely to take your offer. So if you're a coach that's tired of posting every day and still not attracting the right clients, maybe it's time to actually use psychology and not pressure. So if you actually want us to design a quiz funnel for you for your business, please feel free to book a call in the link below step by step, and we'll be able to walk through step by step how to actually design your own quiz funnel. Because when you combine heart, your willingness to coach, and human psychology, your funnel becomes not just a lead generation machine, it becomes one that establishes human connection. And that is what you seek to establish as a coach. You don't want to just be uh, generating leads. You want every lead to come ready to buy. So if this is you and you want us to do this for your business, please do book a call. And if not, just keep enjoying the free content and use them as much as you can. All right. So to the next video, guys.